Hey, November update. Last month we updated a lot of stuff, and 4 of those things I would like to show right now. First one is extrude. Before, if you would be extruding this face, you'd have to set the length. You can still do it, and then boom, here you go. Here's extrude. But now, if you would like to extrude this little face to this one, you can pick 2 parameter instead of length. And in this case, you would be able to select the face you would like to extrude to, and then look at that. It got extruded all the way to this face. And the cool thing is that the face you're extruding to should not necessarily be on its way. Like in this case, I would like to extrude the second one, but in this case, all the way to this little long face. So I'm doing the same and selecting this face. And look, it got extruded exactly to the edge, right? So, extrude. Another thing is subtract. Before, you could subtract like from 1 or 2 bodies, but only one tool. It still works. But now, if you would like to remove these 2 pins from both this beam and this connector, you can totally do it. Subtract, you select both of them at once, and then you select 2 tools, click, and it's working. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes at once. Cool. Another thing is that we've added holes. They're still experimental, so you have to watch out, but they're working pretty good. You have to know exact location where to put them before adding the hole, and then you can pick like any diameter, any type of the hole, simple contour bore or contour sink. If it's a sink, you have to define the angle, you have to define diameter of the sink, and it should be, of course, bigger than the diameter of the hole. And you can also define the shape of the bottom. In this case, I would pick a drill. You have to define the angle of the drill then, and then look at that. The hole is there. Look how nice it is. Well, it's still experimental, but the holes are working pretty damn good. And the last thing I would like to show is that we've set our path to the tolerances. And there are like a lot of them. And we've started with flatness. And to add flatness, you have to select a face, of course, pick any tolerance. And then there are like settings to it. You have to define precision. The plane is where your frame will be oriented to in space. In my case, I would like to orient it along Z and X. And you can define the font point size, which is the size of the text. I would put it to 10. And the scale of the whole frame, I'll set it to 5. And then you have your tolerance. So now you can communicate with machinists in order to get the part with right tolerances all around. We started with flatness, and the others will arrive later on. Yeah, so these are the 4 main things. And there are a lot of smaller things, like all the lines got sharper, all the panes can be scaled and resized not only horizontally, but now also vertically. You can also notice that the whole app drains much less battery power. So if you are mobile, then your computer will last much longer. There are a lot of smaller things around that you can read in our blog. If you still have any questions or if you have any ideas, feel free to join our Discord.